Hey guys, so today we are going to talk about I was there for 3 or 4 days, and I went from Lebanon. I stayed in Lebanon for 1 month, and before that I was in Egypt. And so Jordan was on the back end of the trip, and obviously I wanted to see Petra, but I also wanted to experience Jordan. It's like the heart of the Middle East, kind of, and I wanted to know the culture, the people, and just kind of get more familiar with the area. This would really help me in prayers, and as I asked people before going down to Wadi Musa, I asked if there was any churches down south near Aqaba or there, and nobody. There was 2 people I know from Jordan, and both of them didn't know of anything. So even on my way down, you saw a lot of mosques, and obviously you don't see any churches. So first off, how I planned my trip to go there. So as I was in Lebanon, it was always in the back of my mind that I wanted to go to Petra and to Jordan, but the missionary that I was with in Lebanon told me about Jordan. He was there a couple years before moving to Lebanon, and in Jordan he went there and he didn't even know where he was going to stay, but he went to the school and he was learning Arabic there, so that was a really good experience. But basically coming from Lebanon and seeing like a country that tries to keep up with Europe and America, it tries to, and what I mean by that is they want to appear as if the economy is really good and that they're rich and that they're doing really well, but they're not. So coming from Lebanon and going to Jordan, it was like night and day. Jordan was much more like Egypt. Now this was a surprise to me. I didn't realize this. The missionary didn't really even say that I was with, and so planning my trip, it was about 2 weeks I started to look into it, and then about a week before I really tried to nail down some dates and get my motel and find out transportation. And if you ever want to go to Petra, you're going to find out that it's not as easy as you might think it is or should be. And it's not, because I think partly because it's a third world country. If you go to Egypt, you're going to find out the same thing, that you would think that they would have maybe a subway or a bus that goes from the airport down to the pyramids or something like that, and maybe at the pyramids they had a very well put together course to take in order to see things and make it easy and comfortable, but it's not. So it's kind of nice because you actually get the experience of the Middle East, and you kind of have to come out of your shell. You can't just stay in your comfort zone and just stay in a cocoon and see all these nice things. So, but Jordan was definitely not that easy, especially to do it cheap. Now, if you have money, you're going to be able to do anything if you're willing to spend a lot of money, but I definitely wasn't. And so I was trying to do it as cheap as possible. And so the missionary helped me a little bit with finding out different locations of where I needed to catch a bus and different things like that. So I was gonna catch a bus. You're gonna find out there's a jet bus that goes from Aqaba, which is all the way down to the sea, up to Amman, and that runs at 6:30 in the morning apparently from Amman. So my plane was getting in at 9:30, so there's no way I was gonna make that. So basically I had to take a taxi, which I got ripped off. You take it to, there's 2 bus stations in Amman. So I took it to one of the bus stations. I got ripped off on the taxi. Not that he ripped me off particularly. I did try to bargain with him, but not too much. But it's just the going rate. I mean, that's what they're gonna take, because that's what they're used to. I went down there, but I found out later I could have hopped on a bus. I did try to, but nobody was speaking English. And anytime somebody did speak English, for some reason they just could not specifically understand. I'm just trying to get to the bus station so I could go to Petra. So it was really annoying not knowing any Arabic. Now I have been learning a little bit of Arabic, but anyways, so yeah, then I waited for about 3 hours. I met some other people from Colombia, and then we waited for 3 hours, got on the bus, and it went all the way down to Wadi Musa. So My stay there was amazing, and yeah, everything went out well. Now, just like Egypt, you're gonna find out that Jordan people, especially when they find out you're from America, they're gonna just think you have money. And if you tell them that you don't and you're poor, like I did a lot, they're still gonna think that you can get money. But it's not just that, they think that you owe it to them. Anyways, going there really gave me an experience. I was able to talk to Muslims and able to talk to different people. One guy tried to convince me to be a Muslim. Obviously, I've had a lot of conversations with Muslims, even in the States when I lived in North Dakota. And so he kind of just said some of the same things, but it really gave me an idea of kind of what they believe. One thing that he said to me was, he said, all you have to do to be a Muslim is just say that there's one God and that Muhammad is his messenger. Now, this is what they all say, because this is how you become a Muslim. You basically confess that Muhammad is... it's basically saying that you don't believe Christianity and these other religions. By saying one God, well, now you're like, okay, so I'm not Christian because Christians have 3 gods. No, we don't. We have one. And then saying Muhammad is his messenger, then you're saying like Muhammad is of authority. No. So it's kind of silly how somebody could just say, that's all you got to do is just say that. And it's kind of like, what? I mean, that's really shallow. For somebody to really believe something, they should have to really be convinced of it, for let it to sink down into their heart, and then really consider, is this really what I want to put my full faith into? It shouldn't be about like doing something or saying something, saying some words. I mean, it's silly. But most Muslims, they will grow up Muslim. They don't convert to Muslim. If they do, then that's a whole nother story. So anyways, yeah, you just gotta be careful, because I got ripped off. I mean, I spent 3 times as much as I wanted to, and especially in Petra, man, you gotta just be prepared, because for one, you're gonna need water. I brought snacks, but you can't have enough water. I mean, you're gonna have like 4 of the big bottles every day, so, and then you don't want to be carrying them around, so you're gonna have to buy them from the people that are selling them there, which they don't rip you off that bad, so it's not that bad, but you're gonna want to buy other stuff, so you're really gonna need to have more money. Petra was quite a hike. It was crazy.
How much did they get?
But yeah, Jordan was.
How much did they get?
Me, I'm poor. I have nothing.
How much? You don't have money. Yes?
This is your dog?
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's day 2 in Petra, and I wish I got here earlier, because that sun is like killer, and once you get out into the open, like, you can't get away from it, and my neck is sunburned right now in the back. Also, it obviously gets hot, but that's not too big of a deal. I love this heat. I love the weather. But yeah, nobody's here right now, so that's pretty cool. There's a huge tour guide with a bunch of tourists behind me. But yeah, so today I'm walking all the way to the other end, which is really far. It's probably, I don't know, at least 5 miles, I would think. Maybe more. Actually, it might be like 10 miles to the other side, but there's a really sweet there's a really sweet building in the rocks on the other side that I'm gonna go see, so that'll be pretty epic. And after I see that, I'm probably gonna climb the mountain, and then I'll stay up there for a while and try to find some shade, just relax and read my Bible. So other than this long walk right away, I'm hoping for it to be a pretty relaxed day. I have to wait till 5 o'clock because that's when the shuttle bus comes back. So my my feet are gonna hurt because this ground hurts and my shoes are very thin. But at least I got a little bit of water today. I got my long lens, so I'll be able to get some pretty sweet shots. But yeah, I'm just open to talking to people and to meet some people. Hopefully I can get the gospel out. So anyways, I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. Unlike Lebanon, obviously Jordan, I didn't see any churches, I didn't see any crosses. Lebanon, there's a lot of that. But in Jordan, it was just mosque after mosque. And I don't know if that has something to do with the lack of development. Because like I said, in Lebanon, it was like much more fruitful, much more just vegetable and like just more bearable, more closer to the standard that we live by. And then Jordan was much more third world country. And so kind of interesting how the Christianity and religion thing, you'll see that where a place is totally drenched in Islam, it's going to be a lot darker physically and even spiritually. Here we are in Petra in Jordan, and it's pretty amazing. This is like the most amazing place I've been, I think. Top two, definitely. I think still Rome is pretty magnificent, but this is just amazing. Look at this view. I just climbed from all the way down there. It's a high hike, but hoping to get to the top here, so see how it goes when we're up there. But yeah, again, Jordan was extremely expensive. I don't know why. It was like the same rate, if not more, for stuff than America. That was super annoying because, I mean, you're going to a place that's a complete desert as I was flying over it, because when you fly over it. But when I got down to Wadi Musa, it was just super mountainous, and that was awesome because I loved being able to go around, but definitely didn't have the right shoes or clothes for hiking and everything that I was doing there. Overall, I realized that Muslims are really nice people. They can be if you are just super nice to them and you actually care about them and you spend time getting to know them and be interested in what they're interested in. And you know, this is kind of what I was able to experience there, and so that was extremely nice, and just kind of being more comfortable with being around there. I definitely didn't feel as safe as I would in Europe or anywhere else. I didn't feel as uncomfortable as Egypt. Egypt was definitely uncomfortable, and I definitely felt unsafe there. Hey guys, here we are at the top, and it's super windy, so you're not going to be able to hear me, but I'll show you the view. It's pretty epic. And I'm here with two friends. What's your name?
Venice.
Anna. And these guys, how old are you?
10.
10?
7.
7?
Yes.
Nice. Brother, sister? There's a few reasons for that. Some because people lie a lot. They just will straight up lie to you a lot. Then they're always trying to rip you off. And then also you got to be careful when they know that you're not a part of their culture. And if they find out you're a Christian, they can really get a bad attitude toward you. And it could turn hostile if you don't, if you're not really careful. So that's another thing that I had to be careful about, was kind of revealing those types of things to people. Yo, what's up guys? So I just climbed like this huge mountain, and I had no idea it was going to be that far, but I did it, and this backpack is really heavy. But right now I'm in a cave because I made it to the top, and check out this view. It's pretty epic. I could sit here all day. But other than that, my arms are killing me from that backpack. Whew. So I'm gonna chill here for a while. I think I'll do that. anyways, overall it was a good time. But there's definitely a need there. There's definitely a need for some people that are willing to not live the American dream, not just trying to transplant their American dream or their comfortable living lifestyle in whatever country they're in and trying to replant that there. That's probably not going to be very effective, because you got to become like the people, and the needs are really are going to be where it's not comfortable. And this is kind of what I realized when I was driving down 3 hours. You see all these little villages. Who's willing to go there? Who's going to be willing to go there? I see a mosque. I see 2 mosques. Is there any gospel light in these places? So, yeah, makes you really wonder who's going to be called to do something like that. After climbing that whole mountain, I am just dead. So there's so much more to see. I can't believe how big this city is. There must have been a lot of people living here. But I'm gonna check out the Coliseum type thing. It's a, I don't know what that's called. We're gonna go check out this thing down here and get some footage of that. It's gonna be pretty awesome. And then I gotta get back by 5. I can't keep buying water, so I'm gonna try not to. But yeah. Whew. Check these out. So anyways, that's my Jordan info, and I'll be coming out with some more videos. So thanks so much for watching this, and thanks for spending the time. I hope this was helpful to you. I definitely can specifically answer questions, especially to Petra and Jordan. If you plan on traveling, just comment below and I'll answer those questions so that you can specifically get what you need so that you can make that trip yourself. And obviously I'm always trying to travel as cheap as possible, because it's not just for fun and it's not for vacation. Most of the time I'm trying to follow the Lord, and I'm trying to just reach out to the othermost parts of the world. So I hope that you're doing that too, and until next time, peace out.